Okay, let's start the session. So let me welcome all of you all to this special program we have arranged to help those who are mainly doing the project and whoever interested in doing the project subsequently are also got them are here. So the schedule tentatively I am starting the first one, the first slide. So I am the director of the UCSC and so we are 15 minutes behind time. So we will try to catch up and I will give a brief introduction and then some of them will be followed up by Dr. Yusuf as well. So we will have an introduction session followed by tea break and then 2 more sessions, lunch break, 2 more sessions, and after tea I am supposed to talk again to you all and then couple of more sessions. So the full day's program is scheduled. So each speaker is allocated about 45 minutes slot. So the idea is they will speak about 20 to half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour, and then the rest of the time will be spent on question and answers. So you need to, some of you all may have come prepared with some questions, so you need to forward them at the appropriate time. Now, so most of you all are in this final hurdle of the VIT program, and so as indicated here, so those who are in the 3rd year basically has fulfilled the conditions to reach there. So the 3rd year main focus is basically we have the compulsory courses and few optional courses. A lot of you all have already fulfilled that requirement as well. So the remaining is the project, and those who haven't done the enhancement entrepreneurship course, that also one of them. And so to get the degree, basically it is essential to get a C grade and above. So what on the top right, I have listed some criteria, and so without meeting them and the 2 GPA, you can't get the degree. So, so project we have identified as one key key area we need to focus to help you all to achieve the target. So, so we, I will give you some data to indicate why this is a barrier, and then, so the idea of today's session is to see how we can improve that. So from the beginning, we have had the VIT for over 10 years. So, so the number who have graduated, you have in the middle, the total column. So last year we had the largest number, 172, and up to now only 1,200 have completed, and that is out of 3,917 who was enrolled for the 3rd year. Every year we get over 2,000, 2,500 new students enrolling, but only a smaller number. I don't know what. Last option, okay. A smaller number generally ends up satisfying the first 2 years hurdles to enter the third year. And as you can see, if you look at the last row, only 32% have got the degree. So, but if you take a particular year, it's only between 10 and 15%. So that is because there are repeaters who try many attempts to achieve the degree. And if I look at the reason for not getting the degree, the last two columns focus on that. And so if you take the last year, 1115 didn't get the degree because of the project. Project was one main barrier. There can be others also, but project was one of them. Those who have passed the project didn't get the degree for other reasons is in this last column. And sometime back we had this mathematics course as a barrier, and then there are few others for various reasons, and a lot of them currently is because they didn't do the enhancement to entrepreneurship course last year. There were 20 odd who also included the project group as well. So the significant number is the barrier is the project. So you need to see how to overcome that. So the main reasons you will learn throughout these various sessions. So basically you need to plan and do series of activities to achieve that. You can't just do last moment preparation. So that's one of the reasons why this has been a barrier. I have also put these grades A, B, C because the first three columns, first class, second upper, second lower, depends on the project grade. So those who, out of those successful, the outstanding students will be identified from the classes, and then class will also depend on what your final result. It doesn't depend on the attempt. Basically, when you pass at that time, what the grade you have, and if you have a C, then you don't get a class. You get a class only. You have a B and above. So B minus also not counted. B plus, A minus, and so forth. So getting a first class is hard. But A and A plus only are considered. So A is from 80 and so forth. So this is the general thing. So that's why we are having this session, and so I will leave the others to talk about these various areas. Because my task is only to introduce. So I just put this slide to give a feeling of where this project stand with respect to the final goal. So the final goal is to get the degree, and project is a core barrier. And although these numbers looks high, it doesn't mean that you come to the project Viva and fail. So the numbers who have failed the project Viva is generally around 100. So that means the balance 1000 are not attempting or applying, registering and not submitting, or not ready to go through the process. So generally the highest we have got is basically less than 300 who come for final evaluations, and so depending on the different years, these numbers change. So I will put a couple of more slides before I finish my turn. So to learn or to get what you want out of this session, basically you have to get whatever clarifications clarified and get your answers. So if everybody asks questions, there is no time for us to answer everything. So to make sure your questions come to us, one easy way is to note down and pass it across, and then we will take it up at the appropriate place, and we will select the important questions and then try to answer the balance in the forums. And so as we have structured the session as different areas, mainly focusing on different aspects of the project life cycle, and so we would like to answer questions relevant to that session. Otherwise, we will not be able to smoothly run the session. So if you put a question outside the session, we may keep it aside and we will take it at the relevant place. And so basically, you also try to ask a question if it was not addressed by the person who is talking. So we usually know common questions. So we try to address them when talking to you all. So don't ask the same thing, otherwise the time will not be used effectively. So but you can ask a question what is already explained. If you need further clarification, there is no problem with that. So the two methods I am proposing is to basically you can raise the hand and ask or pass the kit, and kit approach may be more effective so that your chances automatically get recorded here. I have put another couple of slides just to tell us about some logistics. Some of you all may have just come for the first time here. So we had the registration. Sorry about the delay of the process. So now we have sorted that out. So there will be 3 breaks, 2 tea breaks and a lunch break. And where it is held. So basically the red box in this diagram is where we are, where this auditorium is. This yellow area is the lunch area, which is the canteen, and the blue area is where you went in to pay the money, and those who want to go to toilets, it's in the purple area, and I think if you go straight past the place where you pay the money, also you can enter that. There may be other entrance. So one other thing is when you are leaving the place, particularly those who came from public transport, these 2 roads are one-way roads. So those who came from the Thurston Road may have to go take the VW to go out, because the vehicles will be traveling the other direction and vice versa. So where we are is what is you have in the colored area, and then the 2 entrances, the VW entrance is what you have on this side, and then the Thurston entrance. So with that I ends up my task and invite Yusuf to take over.